On this episode of The AutoArchaeologist, how about a 1970 Superbird, extra crispy? Yeah, it's a little rough.
So this 1970 Superbird was acquired in 1976 for the trading of a 1970 CUDA, AAR CUDA, with a blown motor and $1,500.
Wow.
This car has 18,000 original miles on it. We did drive it quite extensively after purchasing it. I had a lot of back road races with my father and myself between Shelbys and GTOs and other cars against this car, and this car would always win.
And those other cars were your cars, right?
The other cars were our cars, yeah. And then in 1978, we opened a museum in Wisconsin, Delta, Wisconsin, and the car went there and was a prime part of the collection that was being shown. And periodically we would take it out and drive it, but most of the time it sat there. We closed. First then the car burnt in 1999, November 29th, 1999, about 7 p.m. The gentleman who was our mechanic was changing a LP tank valve and let the propane leak out of the LP valve.
Wow.
Propane went to the front of the garage, turned on an open flame Modine heater, kicked it in, and then it went through the building like a blowtorch. There was 55 cars in the building. This car was on the far end of the building, so you can see the condition of this one. Just think of what the cars looked like that were near the fire. There was nothing left of them.
Yeah.
And many nice original cars and many restored cars of this collection all burns up. We only restored one of those, and that was a real 1970 GTO Judge convertible, 400 four-speed car that I still have today.
Yep.
My father, Dick, passed away in 2011, so he did not see that car get finished or any of the other cars. We did sell a bunch of them as we went along, and people have stayed in contact with us on those cars, getting them restored and stuff. But then the car went into storage after the fire, and it's been in that storage for 25 years in the corner.
Yep.
And we were asked by this Gary Essie, who puts on this car show, if we would bring it and display it for the featuring of the Mopars. So we got it out, and we're close to having it running. We went through the brakes and got it rolling, to be able to roll, put different tires on it, and just kind of got it ready to bring over here and put in the shows.
And I appreciate it, sir. Like you said, when I saw it in 2016, it was in your storage unit, and I know you'd taken it to one show before that, and I appreciate you bringing it out to the show. And as you were saying before, you guys were busy all weekend with people having memories of this car at the museum and everything, and it's wonderful to see it out and about again.
And we do have I did purchase another wing for it, an original wing 10 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
For Illinois in the garage.
Oh, jeez.
So I have that wing, and we will be putting that wing back on. It happens to be blue also. The wing's good back on it.
That's phenomenal. So, well, I can't wait. I mean, we keep in contact often enough, but I'll definitely keep everyone up to date on this one. Reminds me of the Hurricane Superbird, and I'm sure people will be clamoring for any updates on the car. And as soon as it's running and driving, I'll post it on my social media, and Lance will. And so, thank you, sir, for bringing it. And I appreciate you taking the time to tell us the history of the car.
Thank you.
This 1970 Plymouth Superbird, it's a real Superbird. It's a 440 4-barrel 4-speed car. This used to sit in the Wisconsin Dells Auto Museum, and it was in a storage building when there was a fire, unfortunately, and as you can see, the car burned. I'll post a picture here of it before the fire, but it looks worse than it is. Yeah, it got pretty extra crispy, but things melted. But I mean, in reality, this can be fixed. It's one of a handful of Superbirds that was made. So, and oh wow, look at the wing. The wings melted off in the fire. So crazy. Oh yeah, the door is open. I didn't realize the door opened. Wow, that's crunchy. Wow, I've never seen those floor mats before. And that is, oh, look at that look at that pistol grip. I think I've officially named the car Extra Crispy.
Okay.
It's because people are like, oh, that's the perfect name for the car. Superbird Extra Crispy. But the car, after the fire in 1999, the family had lost a bunch of cars. They've got Fords, they've got Pace cars. So this is just, it's been indoors. It's been one other car show other than here at Jefferson, Spring Jefferson 2024. So it's in line to do something. The son Lance right there. They're gonna get the car running, as is. While he may not support my idea of what should be done with the aviator goggles, I mean, I think it still would be. I'm just happy to see it back on the road. The last time I saw it, which I'll put the pictures at the end, the car was buried in their garage because they had to go drive their Shelby convertibles and Cougars and all, that kind of beaters. But this Superbird, as Lance was saying earlier, this was the first time all weekend that he's like had a chance to breathe. But how cool is that? Ah, oh, it's a blue car originally? I didn't realize it was a blue car originally. Really? Hold on. Oh, it's a petty blue car? Oh no, that looks B5. Wow. That's crazy. I had no idea. I thought it was a white car for some reason.
White interior.
White interior? Okay. This is actually a 440 4-barrel car that has a six-pack going on it when they get it together, which I think they're going to put the car running and driving as long as it's safe. I know, I'm still on the kick of putting aviator goggles on and driving it around. I think it'd be awesome, man.
Absolutely not.
That would be so awesome. How crazy. It would be like freaking World War One.
Put a windshield on it.
No, without the windshield, it will blow all the dust off.
Motor does turn over. We're a distributor away from getting it to fire.
Okay. And we got the distributor worked out. He's got one coming, so it'll be running and driving here shortly.
Picking it up on Monday.
Okay, sweet. Thank you, sir. No outro this week because I didn't get a chance. I got home so late from Jefferson with all the rains and everything. But I wanted to let everyone know that the Superbird was going back to its garage and it should be running and driving as of tomorrow when they get the new distributor, which will be really cool. And I'll update everyone with probably a link to a video that Lance will send me. This car, I've been trying to get a picture of unobstructed for almost 10 years. It was great to see it at Jefferson, and Jefferson in general was surprisingly awesome. It was reported to be raining all weekend, and it did rain Friday in the afternoon, and then Saturday was perfect up until after closing. So the cars were out, the parts were flowing. I sold a bunch of stuff, which made me very happy because that's less junk in my garage, which makes things work a lot better. You can see that was my setup at the swap. And this week I'm going to be working on the green car while it's nice, probably working on door panels and trim while I have the opportunity because it's getting pretty good. Everyone stay safe and I'll talk to you all soon.